Today on the Euro Truck Podcast, you can now remove games you regret buying from your Steam library. The Fallout 4 Pip-Boy Edition is back in stock, and somehow The Witcher 3 won Game of the Year instead of Fallout 4. Hello and welcome to the Euro Truck Podcast with Andrew C.
And Jefferson B.
Oink.
This isn't the Farmer Dan podcast.
No, this is certainly not the podcast for FarmersOnly.com.
Correct. It's definitely not that.
Although I've heard, did you see their television commercials?
I think I have.
I've seen them the last time I watched television, and it was a combination of disturbing and hilarious all at the exact same time. Disturbarious. We've just invented a word here. We are breaking ground here on the Euro Truck Podcast because this is a European trucking podcast that happens to talk about video games and not a linguistics podcast.
Or European trucks.
Or we actually have nothing to do with European trucks.
We very rarely have talked about European trucks.
I think we've had one piece of news in recent memory that's talked about anything related to trucking, specifically of the European variety.
I think that's correct. I think we've only ever done that once.
But nevertheless, it's a great medium to be talking about video games because we are just playing a video game. Speaking of video games and big old bundles of video games, as I completely off-road myself onto this highway, and wow, that was impressive.
Hey, at least you got on.
I did get on the highway. And speaking of things that are going on right now, the Humble Monthly Bundle, it's that wonderful thing where you pay a bunch of money and you don't know what you're going to get, but you hope for the best. It's kind of like a pachinko machine, but for video games. This month we had the December Bundle, which included such wonderful titles as Banished, Rust, Payday 2, Neon Struct Chroma Squad, and Company of Heroes 2, which is always it's a fun little military simulation game for those of you that are fans of military strategy, which is not me, but I know that there are people out there who are, and hey, more power to you.
Indeed. And I think that's $12.99 per month.
Yeah, it's kind of just like any of your other box type subscriptions. It's around $12 to $15 a month, and for that you're getting that which is in the crate, your crate box, if you will, but it's a digital version of that, so you don't have to worry about shipping charges or an overabundance of Funko Pop figures.
Yeah. So got till maybe it's like January 4th.
Right.
But don't quote me on that.
That'd be to get the January box.
To get the January box, yeah.
Which currently we don't know what's going to come in that January box. So it is like your crate box type subscriptions. Wow, I just did a full 180-degree flip. That was
nice.
fine.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it was. I don't think that would have ever happened in real life, but
no, probably not. Probably wouldn't.
Yep.
It'd be very
But yeah,
unlikely.
so it's that's what had occurred in the Humble Monthly Bundle this month. I didn't pick it up personally. I think I know of one individual who's actually purchased it. I don't know. Do any of you guys know anybody who's actually spending the money for games they don't know yet?
No, I don't know anyone.
Mike, do you know anybody who's spending money on a game that they actually have no idea what they're getting yet?
Nope.
Yeah, I didn't think so. So, if that's you, and you had a great experience with it, hey, more power to you. Comment down below. Let us know, how do you like the idea of a crate box type subscription, but for video games? Because it's not for us, but if it's for you, it's probably really for you. So, yeah, let us know. We want some honest opinions on that one. But
I think you stole that from Cooking Comically again.
I think I did. I don't know.
You did.
If I did, it was subconsciously because I only just now picked up the recipes for chicken enchiladas, which I am so excited. If you have not,
I think it was in that.
If you have not looked at Cooking Comically,
Pretty sure it was in that.
You should pause this podcast and go to Cooking Comically and look up his chicken enchiladas recipe because it looks fantastic. But this is not a cooking podcast, and moving right along, Andy, do you want to take this next one? Because I'm not totally sure how to set this one up.
Okay, so did someone gift you Shower with Your Dad Simulator 2015 and you accepted it for some reason but don't know why and kind of regret the fact that you accepted it? Well, if that's you, good news, you can now permanently remove things from your Steam library. So if you regret having that and you don't like seeing it in your library all the time, you can get rid of it now.
Wait. Did you just say Shower with Your Dad Simulator 2015?
Yeah. Yep.
This is this is a game people have spent money on.
Correct.
Shower with Your Dad. They will make a game out of anything these days, I swear. All right.
Yep.
I'll take your word for it. So how does one go about doing this whole game removal process?
So one Dr. Ubershadow here brought up the concern of, well, now I'm gonna accidentally try to remove the game from my computer and accidentally delete it from my Steam library entirely. So I looked into that, and it turns out the only way to remove a game permanently from your account is that you need to go to the help menu, then go to Steam support, and then you click on a game, and then there's an option now for permanently remove this from my account. So you definitely can't accidentally your Steam library and delete a bunch of things permanently, which would be kind of bad if you accidentally deleted your copy of Fallout 4.
Right.
That's kind of expensive.
Just a little bit, or any of your Just Cause 3s, or
any
any
expensive
game
title.
or any game that you got on like a summer sale or a Christmas sale.
Yeah, it definitely would be a bummer to accidentally that. So I'm glad to see that they have shoved that behind a couple walls.
Right, and the fact that that's just an option now, that you can get rid of those embarrassing glitches in your account that you just kind of want to smooth away.
Shower with Your Dad Simulator 2015.
I can't believe that's actually a game.
Yep. Also, another thing of it could be if, just a friend gave you a gift that you could not possibly stand, the fact that you still have it and you've never been able to get rid of it, or those free games that got assigned to your library that you're like, I don't ever want to play this, I don't know why I got
Question,
this.
can you delete stuff from your, inventory?
That I do not believe is part of this.
God damn it. No, I would really like to get rid of that, Super Monday Night Combat.
Sounds like you just need to find someone to gift it to. Make friends, Mike. Make friends. Moving on, though, to things that involve you not making friends. The Fallout 4 Pip-Boy Edition is back in stock on Amazon as of this recording, which is Tuesday.
Tuesday, the 7th of December, 2050. Is it the 7th or today the 8th? Today is the 8th.
Today's the 8th.
Can you tell it's finals week, ladies and gentlemen? Because I can.
Yep. Yep.
Hashtag college student. Still.
Still.
Yeah,
there you go. So, you definitely can go pick that up now if you still want it. It's $120, I believe. And that gets you the Pip-Boy, the case for the Pip-Boy, and a copy of the game. And it...
like a disc copy of the game?
No, just a code. You get a code copy of the game.
So all you're paying for is a really...
You're paying for a Pip-Boy.
Swag bag.
Yeah, you're paying for a Pip-Boy.
You're paying for some injection molded plastic and a swag bag.
Yep, which, I mean, I find it really surprising that this is ever actually came back available. So...
Yeah, I guess it's just one of those things where Bethesda, as my truck is my truck is trashed. Yeah, okay, I'm going to have to teleport. But anyway, I'm going to talk at the same time. I guess while Bethesda was just looking at the sheer amount of people that wanted this piece of merch, this piece of swag. I mean, even so far as I know, at least for myself, the 3D printer world has skyrocketed just in terms of being able to people wanting these Pip-Boys. And it's just a glorified phone case. But people who want them just so badly, they're willing to go at any length to really get them.
Yeah.
So I know that that's something we've been really seeing come up. And so just the fact that it's now back on stock, it's basically, we're riding a hype train. Yep. We are sailing this gravy boat all the way into Mashed Potato Island.
Correct. And I mean, Bethesda said that it was not possible to get more. So I'm guessing that what they meant when they said that was it wasn't possible to get more in the time frame before the game released.
I think that's probably what's accurately going on, because you're looking at Chinese manufacturing, which if you ever want to go down a bizarre rabbit hole of business principles mixed with ancient culture, just look at some articles, some actual first-person account articles. While I would normally recommend Wikipedia, look at just some people who talk about doing business in China and the amount of, I guess, procedure and social protocol that goes into getting something manufactured in China. It's actually quite extensive in a lot of ways.
I saw that a little bit from the other side of it, where you have a big push recently to move manufacturing from China back to the United States.
Yeah.
And how you have to do that actually really delicately, that you can't just all of a sudden say, yeah, we're closing all of our Chinese plants and opening a whole, identical ones, but in the United States. You actually have to go through a whole process to make sure that you're treating your employees properly through the process.
Yeah, it's a lot of, and it's part of just that honor culture that is so prevalent in China. It's just it's one of those things. It's a delicate situation, and so
on both sides.
And so I'm glad to see that it's back online. I really hope that things can move more quickly and more smoothly for those who truly want a Pip-Boy on the wrists. Go, 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 go. I can't slow down anymore. Go, 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 go. I need you to accelerate. Accelerate.
I'm stuck on the guardrail.
Dear goodness, sir.
I was stuck on the guardrail.
We hate to be.
I apologize.
It's okay.
Rip guardrail.
Rip guardrail. What's our last piece of news that we have going on here today?
The last piece of news here is a little bit about the Game Awards, which happened last weekend, I think, at this point. I picked out four big categories that I thought were worth talking about. You got Esports Game of the Year, which went to CSGO.
Of course. Makes perfect sense.
Most Anticipated Game Award went to No Man's Sky.
Oh, yeah.
Best Indie Game, Rocket League.
Definitely makes sense.
And overall Game of the Year went to The Witcher 3.
I don't actually. I really don't know how I feel about that one. Because while The Witcher 3 has had such incredible pervasiveness, and maybe it's just because Fallout 4 released so late in the season, I don't know when their voting time is. Maybe it's just that Fallout 4 was too late to actually be considered in the runnings.
Yeah,
but
I'm not sure. I'm not sure when they're...
The Witcher 3 is just an odd pick for a game of the year, like the game that encapsulates what gamers are playing this year. Like Witcher 3 is not on my top 10 of anything.
No,
other than top 10
mine
Witcher
personally.
games. I think it only just barely makes my top 10 favorite Witcher games.
And I haven't seen any of my YouTubers actually play it either.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the nominees for Game of the Year: Bloodborne, Metal Gear Solid 5, Super Mario Maker, The Witcher 3, and Fallout 4.
Okay, so Fallout 4 wasn't...
How?
Without getting too fanboyish, that still is very bizarre to me.
Yeah. I'm not... I don't see it. I don't see why.
Someone was bribed. Someone was bribed.
I don't know if I want to be as rage quitty as Mike is right now, but I'm desperately confused. If you worked on the Game Awards and you are allowed to talk about it, if you're allowed to talk about it, let us know.
I think I'm stuck. I can only back up.
I'm sorry. But anyway, while INGC is backing up, a question I kind of want to pose out is, what's everybody playing?
Apparently not the Game of the Year.
Well, this is true. You're not playing Fallout 4 anyway, though, right now.
Dr. Ubershadow's picking up the bags of salt right now.
Whew. Somebody slept in a tub of Mortons.
There's just a few bags of Mortons there.
A couple granules.
I've been meaning to play Just Cause 3. I haven't gotten a chance, though.
Really? Just getting busy?
What with all the editing I have to do and whatnot.
Right. I got you. I would say I've been playing a lot of Elite Dangerous, which is true. I've been playing way too much Elite Dangerous. But also, a game that I've been playing for a couple of weeks now is this like mobile game that a friend of mine showed me. It's called Neko Atsume. It's a Japanese cat collecting game wherein you build and you buy things to place in your backyard that attract cats. And then upon attracting those cats, you take pictures of them. And when the cats come to your house, they leave you the game's currency, which is fish, and you use these fish to buy bigger and better things to attract more cats. That's all I got.
That's
Called Neko Atsume. It's free in the App Store. It's one of those weird games that you're just like, the little bit of me that really appreciates Japanese culture is just like, this is interesting and also mildly adorable. And I went home for the holiday for Thanksgiving, and my little sister started describing to me this cat game that she was playing, and it completely rocked her world that I knew exactly what she was talking about and began to play the jingle on my iPhone.
Well, on that interesting bombshell, it is time to end. Thank you very much for watching this episode of the Euro Truck Podcast. Nothing fancy tonight, but it is what it is. If you like this video, make sure you hit that like button as well as hitting that subscribe button, which is right next to it, and we will get some wonderful videos. And you know what? Leave a comment down below. We always love that. I mean, you got a cool guy? He likes responding to comments. I'm not going to say who that is. It's a mystery. We will see you guys next week.